What's going on, everyone? Hello, YouTube subscribers. My apologies on this little late post. I said I was gonna do it a little earlier after my second post about my predictions, but they were late, whatever. But is what it is. I just want to check out the whole preseason, some other stuff. A couple buddies of mine communicated about some things, and yeah, here we are, back to the exact NFL predictions, but re-updated. So this is what we got so far. It's pretty much almost like the same thing from the last video. The only thing different is we're going with like who's winning the Super Bowl or making the Super Bowl to the playoffs. Y'all might not really like my predictions, or y'all might think it's pretty crazy, but yeah, man, it seems like everyone got some crazy predictions. So let me join. Here we go. We're going to start with the AFC first, and we're going to kick it off with the North. When it comes to the North, I got Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh Steelers, and Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, I got the Bengals in last place in their division. Why? It's because of injuries and confusions due to the running game and receiving. There's gonna be a lot of complications over there, and this whole division is kind of set up, And if Watson don't get a really good idea of what's going on with him, or if he gets injured, they still got my boy Jameis Winston. And yes, he threw a lot of interceptions, but also Jameis Winston didn't really have he had a good offensive line, but there's a lot of pressure on that division he had over there. Then right over here, he'll have a little breeze, a little better breeze, especially with Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. And Pittsburgh's of course, have their little confusions with Russell and the other quarterback. So yeah, kind of have a brain fart. I forgot his name right now. That's why I didn't say his name. Justin. But yeah, this is what we're looking at right now. But let's get to the East now. Now in the East, we got Miami dominating the division. New York Jets taking that 2. Buffalo Bills in the 3rd. New England last. Yes, I got the Bills not even making it into the playoffs. Why? Because sadly, I feel like the Buffalo is going to have a better free room because Stephon Diggs is not there. And Stephon Diggs is more like a, hey, give me the ball type guy. So I feel like he's going to have a better breathing room, but also due to New England's rise and the Jets, it's gonna be a little complications, And Buffalo, a lot of their games they're gonna be facing is gonna be the key reason why they don't make it to the playoffs. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough year for Buffalo this season. Not saying that they're gonna be terrible. It's just they're just not gonna squeeze into no wild cards, especially what's gonna happen in Cleveland. So, yeah. And now we're going to the South. We got Houston winning that. Jacksonville right there. Actually, I got to, once again, Houston and Jacksonville squeezing in it with each other. It's going to be a competitive division on this side, especially with Indiana. But I feel like Indiana's still going to have trouble with injuries and complications with certain things. Tennessee is still rebuilding, but they're on a fresh, good start. And yeah, Jacksonville is going to be healed and healthy and aggressive. Especially that defense. Jacksonville's defense is going to get aggressive. So I honestly was about to take them winning the South. But I feel like Houston's just only going to squeeze in due to certain key game plays. Not really more of a divisional match, but more like the other games. So, yeah. And then right here, of course, we got Kansas City winning their division. And then we got the Chargers second. This is going to be pretty good for these three because with these three right here, they're going to really have a crazy matchup because Denver, it's actually, like Bo Nix is actually going to be really good with Denver, and Denver's going to really show out. But again, Vegas and Denver, they're going to sail short a lot of close games. There's going to be a lot of close games with them, but It's gonna due to like a little complication, injuries, and bad coaching decisions. Well, the Chargers, they almost would have squeezed into a wild card, but due to Jacksonville and the Jets, it's gonna get real crazy, especially Cleveland. So that's the reason why Chargers are gonna fall short. But they will be ready for next season, though. Mark my words. And then on the NFC, we got to the north. Detroit, of course, winning their division. Chicago, second. Green Bay, third. Minnesota, fourth. I did have in the last video Minnesota in third with JJ, but now because he's injured, I feel like Minnesota's going to fall a little short now. Or try to figure out some things. While Green Bay, they did great last season, but that was last season. And for some weird reason, I don't think people understand, like, it's real possible for a team to be really good last season and be really bad this season. Houston did it. Jets did it. Tampa Bay did it. Philly did it. There's a lot of teams that did it. Oh, look at Washington back in the day. RG3. Great one season. Next season was fall short. And sometimes it wasn't really due to injuries. It was just due to other players. And that's what I feel like was going on with Green Bay. They're going to fall short, just like Buffalo. Too much hype on them for no reason. Dallas. Gonna win the East. Once again. I feel like Philadelphia don't got the same team from last year, and it's gonna put too much pressure on the quarterback. Like, that's why they got Barkley over there to help him, but I don't know. It's gonna get a little crazy. But the reason why I have Philadelphia in the wild card, though, is because they're still gonna somehow squeeze in with a fighting spirit. Them birds are gonna fly. They're gonna fly high. While Washington and the Giants are still figuring it out and be prepared for next season. Meanwhile, in the South, we got Tampa Bay winning that division. I got them actually dominating that division. Saints, I got them because of their defense and their coaching. They're gonna have that second spot. But that Falcons, I know a lot of people are hyped up on the Falcons, but honestly, again, Atlanta's going to be just like one of those other teams. Nope. You're putting too much hype on a broken quarterback that can't even run more than 8 yards. Like, not even more than 8 yards. Probably like, what, like 5 yards? Like, the man's going to stay in the pocket. Like, you guys are talking about this arm, but what is this arm going to do if the offensive line can't even do their job? They're acting like they got the Cleveland Browns offensive line. They're acting like they got the New York Jets offensive line. Now, it would have been different if they got some more key players, but nah. They don't. And because of with their first round pick with the quarterback is the also reason why. They're hoping he can shadow him and just do right, but it's not, man. You can't replace Matt Ryan. Y'all had a good quarterback, and that was it. That was last. Y'all can't replace him or try to find someone to be just like Matt Ryan. And for the Falcons thinking Kurt's gonna be like Ryan is crazy. You're gonna see Kurt back on the injury list. I feel bad for Kurt. They put him in a crazy division, and he's gonna learn why that he was better safe in Minnesota. Now you gotta deal with Baker Mayfield a lot more than he had dealt with him in game 1 in the first season. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. And then what's even gonna really mess him up is that Carolina. I got Carolina going really good this season. That defensive head coordinator, man. A lot of teams are gonna fall victim to Carolina and mess them up for the playoffs. Like Atlanta. So, yeah, it gets real with that. And then right here in the West, you know, we got San Fran, like always, dominating, of course. We got the Rams right there in the second. Arizona's going to be one of those teams, too. man, they're going to come out there explosive, looking great. And they're going to ruin a lot of teams' opportunities to get in the playoffs. So this is what we have right here. I'll zoom out so you guys can pause the video. Take your time to check it out if y'all want. Try to not get it too wobbly for y'all, but yeah. This is what it's looking like. And now for my playoffs. We got San Fran versus Philly, Tampa Bay versus the Rams, Detroit versus the Detroit versus the Bears. And a divisional matchup. It's gonna go crazy. And we got no wild cards on the NFC winning. Not one gonna take it in. San Fran's gonna shut down Philly. Tampa Bay is gonna go ham on the Rams. It's gonna be a close game though. Really close game. While Detroit gets put down the Bears. Keep them hibernated. Even though the Bears are going to do good, but they're not going to be ready for the playoffs. Not like Detroit. Now for this playoffs, I actually got two different views of the playoffs. I got my view because I am a fan of Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, of course, we'll get to there. But then I also have another one that I feel like is more realistic a little bit too. Like both my predictions are damn near I feel realistic, but it one don't fall complete due to my fan base of my heart of the team that I love is the reason. But other one is also like, okay, this seems a lot better or would happen. So let's just follow me short. Okay. So after that, we got on advance to the conference. I mean not conference. I mean to the second round. We got Dallas versus Tampa Bay, and San Fran versus Detroit. Now we got Detroit coming into a close game, and I'm not gonna lie. I feel like San Fran's are gonna get a couple of injuries throughout the seasons, and they're just gonna start healing up in playoffs. But it's not gonna be good enough for Detroit. Detroit's gonna come in strong with no injuries. And because of that, they're going to come victorious and win by a few points. Which is going to lead up to, we're going to get to that soon. And then right here, we got Kansas City Chiefs versus the New York Jets. Baltimore versus Cleveland. Houston versus Jacksonville. Yes, we got the Jets beating Kansas City. Kansas City is not going to a three-peat. I promise you that. They are not going to no three-peat. It's not going to happen for Kansas City. And if they do, it's because the whole Kansas City just sold their soul. That's the only reason why. I doubt it. Or the NFL is rigged in favor for Kansas City to win that. Because Kansas City sucked like damn near their whole life. And now they're begging them to at least three-peat it. So they can never win it again. But anyways. We got them losing to the Jets. Aaron Rodgers is going to rise. That defense, the offensive line is going to go crazy. It's going to hold the Chiefs' defense. And because of that, it's the reason why the Jets will win. Baltimore is going to go crazy over Cleveland in a divisional match. Yes, defense is going to hold Baltimore, but man, my boy Jameis Winston. I feel like Jameis Winston is going to be the cause of the playoffs. Yep, Watson is going to be not like that. And because of that, they're going to have to get... I feel like this might be Watson's last season. If it's not this season, it's going to be next season. That boy from Clemson, man, he's not really like that. Especially when them injuries happen. Too much hype for no damn reason on him. They might as well just give back the hype to Winston. So, James Winston's going to throw an interception or get sacked. And that's going to cause the game. And Baltimore's going to win. Due to Houston and Jacksonville, another divisional matchup. It's going to get crazy. But because they already faced each other twice, and them two games back to back, I feel like they're going to win, and it's going to go down to home. And because of home, and because of Trevor Lawrence, I also don't feel like Trevor Lawrence is like that. And due to the run game, that Houston's gonna have, and with Joe Mixon's really gonna try to get an explosive season this year, is gonna be the reason why Houston pull up. It's gonna be really short, but they're gonna do it. And then right here, we're going with Miami falling victim to the Jets. Yes, the Jets are gonna go in there crazy. Miami's gonna have an explosive way, but nope. Jets are gonna somehow, that offensive line Jets are building up is gonna be a factor. And with Aaron Rodgers' IQ, yeah, it's gonna get real. It's not. It won't be like that. It's not gonna be like that at all. And then Baltimore and Houston, rematch. Baltimore is gonna just be better. They got Derrick Henry. It's gonna be a very good game, but Baltimore's gonna hold it short. And then once it comes to the conference finals, is Baltimore beating. Oh no, that was supposed to be the Jets. My apologies. Don't know why. It's crazy. Supposed to be the Jets. I don't know why. We got Dolphins. My brain wasn't comprehending this right then. But yeah, I got the Jets, but because of Baltimore's defense, I got Baltimore winning this, going to the Super Bowl. Now for on this side, it's two things. Yes, I got Tampa Bay beating Detroit in the conference finals. I feel like Tampa Bay found their way. We are gonna see this in week 2 when they face Detroit. And because of that week 2, going back to the playoffs, this is the revenge, and they're gonna beat Detroit. And for that, the Super Bowl is gonna go to Tampa Bay and Baltimore, with Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning the Super Bowl. Yes, Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield, the father, is going to win. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are going to retire within a couple of years with these 2 rings. And Tampa Bay is going to be sealed. The Buccaneers, this whole life Tampa Bay's been fighting for, because the Super Bowl with Brady and everything was good, but it wasn't really filling for us Tampa Bay fans. Felt like it was kind of really built and made. It wasn't really like a team that looked like they wouldn't make it, but then they made it. And Tampa Bay's got a really good built team for that. And this is the reason why they're gonna go. And Baltimore is gonna fall victim due to injuries. That's my little fan base with Tampa Bay. Yes, I am a diehard Buccaneers fan. Go Tampa Bay. Been a Bucs fan since early 2000s. But I'm born and raised in Chicago. It's crazy. Never been to Florida, you neither. Planning to go this year. But yeah. Now for what I think it could be like the other prediction. Same thing, Baltimore. No matter what, I'm going with Baltimore. Baltimore is going to the Super Bowl. But on this side, still got this going. But instead of Tampa Bay beating Detroit, it's going to be Detroit. I'm going to the Super Bowl. Detroit versus Baltimore in the Super Bowl. I still feel like conference finals is going to be Detroit and Tampa Bay. I feel like Tampa Bay got a good strong. And the same thing I said about Tampa Bay, let's just reverse it to the opposite with Detroit. I feel like because of that win week 2, Tampa Bay beat them because they followed back to the playoffs. Detroit somehow is going to find a way to overcome and win because of this guy right here. That guy is going to be the reason.
This is the Lions' year, and can you imagine this red-faced, vascular SOB at a parade in February? Lions, Super Bowl, Sandman, we're off to Never Neverland. Let's go!
You heard him. You heard him. And because of that, well, really not because of that, but, you know, let him finish my sentence and everything, but you'd heard him. There's a reason why Detroit will go to the Super Bowl. And it will be Detroit versus Baltimore Ravens. But unfortunately, Baltimore is going to win the Super Bowl, though. Sorry, Detroit Lions. Jared Goff is just not your guy. You guys are just putting too much hope in Jared Goff. And for some weird reason, I just have a feeling that coach is going to try to pull a little stunt that Baltimore is not going to fall victim to. And because that little stunt that Detroit's going to pull is going to end their whole game. And Baltimore is going to rise. So there you guys have it. And girls and animals and pets, thank you for watching. And there you guys, everyone has 2 possibly Super Bowl winners. Baltimore Ravens or Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But the contenders for the Super Bowl, Detroit versus Baltimore, or Tampa Bay versus Baltimore. It gets real. Thank you for watching. Put this like that. Check it out. Put it like that. Check it out. Zoom right out. Check it out. And yeah. Thank you. Thank you for watching, everyone. Let's get ready for week 1. I'm gonna do a small little prediction on week 1. You know, so let's see if it works. It gets real, guys. Thank you for watching. Taking my time to watch. I'm out. Oh, and don't forget to follow me on Twitch, guys and girls and animals. Fox Rock 18th. It's my Twitch. I will be posting stuff on there too. Especially talking about every week about football on live. So if you follow me on Twitch, please live stream games before and after. We doing retakes and talking about it and injuries. You know, y'all don't got ESPN or don't got cable. It's free to have Twitch. Download Twitch, follow me, and I promise y'all I'll be y'all analyzer. Everything's free. Take my time to do everything free for y'all. There's no need for all this extra stuff. I just want everyone to understand football or understand the players like I watch it and check it out. I don't really do a lot of things with my life. Just watch football and the players. So hopefully my knowledge can help y'all a little bit. But again, these are all just predictions. Probably will update my predictions after game 5. So, yeah, y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe. God bless y'all. It gets real.